Hey everybody, in this video I'm going to demonstrate the augment abilities that you can unlock within the PHD Flopper research tree for Black Ops 6 Zombies. So if you haven't spent any time with this one yet or fully upgraded it, hopefully this will help you decide if that's something you're interested in doing or just kind of overall prioritize your research focus while playing through zombies. So as you can see, I do have all 6 of them unlocked, so I'll just kind of go through and demonstrate in-game how they work and just give my overall thoughts on its use. So starting off with the first 2, I'm not going to go too much into Environmentalist. As you can see from the description though, when you're sliding, it's going to make you immune to environmental damage. Let me know in the comments if I'm missing something, but I just cannot think of like a frequent occurrence of that where that's a big deal or a useful ability. So I'll kind of leave that one there. But Gravity MD is the next one. You can see I'm demonstrating that where you can activate that explosion of the PHD flopper by just doing a regular jump as opposed to what you would normally need to do without the ability, which is a dive. So here you can see me do just like regular jumps off the roof and whatnot, as opposed to, as you see here, like a dive, which you would have to do without the ability. So again, this one, I didn't think it was all that great. I didn't notice it being like game changing or anything. This is about the minimum height that you need to do it from though. So again, it's nothing crazy. I thought maybe like you could get on like a car roof and jump off, but that's too low. Or something ridiculous where you just like do a regular jump from the surface and you'd activate it every time you jumped or something like that. But that's that ability. And again, I don't really see a huge benefit from it. I thought maybe it might be like a mobility thing and speed things up. So here you can see I'm jumping down the stairs, getting my PHD flopper explosion. And then I compared that to dives, which are more powerful, it seems like, as well. And honestly, I didn't really notice like I was being able to get down the stairs with those explosions faster or anything like that. Related to that is EOD Technician, and you can see that reduces the height and distance which is required to activate those explosions. Again, I found this one very disappointing as it seems it's super negligible. There you can see that's about the extent of it. So normally I had to jump off that balcony, whereas now I can just walk off. So you get about like an extra, like maybe like foot of height that's required. So even trying to jump off this military vehicle, that's still not high enough to activate the explosion. So I found that one to be a little bit disappointing as well. Next up, we've got Dr. Ram, and I hate to keep saying this, but I was disappointed with this one too. You can see I'm demonstrating it here where when you sprint into zombies, it will activate that explosion. I don't know, maybe my expectations are too high, but I was kind of hoping like you would sprint towards a group of zombies and you'd like barrel through them all and like they'd go flying and things like that, but you just kind of bump into them, the explosion activates, and then you can see here, it kind of knocks them over and does like a little sliver of damage. So again, I was kind of disappointed with this one as well. But things do get quite a bit better here at the end as we take a look at the last 2 abilities, which are Tribologist and PHD Slider. So I think these ones are actually pretty good and I enjoy using them quite a bit. I have them both active here, so we'll kind of combine them together. But first looking at Tribologist, which is going to increase the speed and distance of your sliding ability. So taking a look at just sort of a regular standard slide there, and then we'll take a look at an example of a Tribologist slide. It's kind of hard to tell visually through a video, but here's a side-by-side of that slowed down. The more obvious impact that you can see is the distance. So you can see the one on the right with Tribologist, my slide goes quite a bit further down than the one on the left. And then here is just me kind of sliding around the bowling alley. Again, I think it's one of those things where if you do it yourself in game, you can kind of feel the impact better than visually, but you do get a significant mobility increase and it is pretty useful. And then looking at PHD Slider, as you can see, I can take out some enemies there. It's kind of like the Dr. Ram version of sliding. However, it's a lot more powerful, a lot more useful. So you're certainly not going to want to use it as your primary attack by any means, but it is pretty effective as sort of a secondary option for putting out damage. Even going into round 33 here, you can see still able to take out zombies with one slide. So kind of fun to use. Again, probably not a primary attack, but it is useful. Even on like armored zombies here, you can see it knocks them down, takes out their legs, almost does enough damage to kill them, but not quite. And then on heavy zombies, obviously not going to kill those either, but it will knock them down, take half their health, and you can actually kill them with 2 slides, as you can see there as well. Manglers, obviously not very effective. I just tried that out just as a curiosity, but it really doesn't do anything, so not a recommended strategy by any means. However, for a strategy, I would recommend that you slide by zombies rather than at zombies using this. As you can see, I'm doing that here. I already got 11, 12, 13 eliminations using it. So you have the kind of this trail that you leave behind, and that damages zombies rather than going right at them. You'll kind of get stuck and stop. And then finally, wrapping things up, this is just kind of an example. I didn't need to do this, but just showing that as a sort of a secondary attack. I ran out of ammo with my primary gun. I could have gone and bought ammo, but you get free ammo after this round, so I was able to use that just to sort of do the entire vermin round almost, just using only PHD Slider. So those two, the last two, Tribologist and PHD Slider, I think are actually pretty good. It's just a question of whether or not you want to go through the entire tree to get those in terms of like your priority and whatnot. So hopefully this helps you decide that though, and I'll just kind of leave it there. So again, hopefully this gives you a better idea of what the research tree on PHD Flopper looks like. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one. Bye.